Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome if it's your first time here. Human to human today. I want to talk about something I have never really said out loud before. Hear me out. Most of you know me as a quiet, introverted, calm person. But the truth is, I wasn't always like this. When I was a kid, around 7 to 11 years old, before I was a teenager, I was actually very confident, outgoing, and extroverted. I talked a lot, I expressed myself freely, and I wasn't afraid to be seen. I was afraid of nothing. But as I grew up, things slowly changed. My relatives and even some of my teachers started labeling me as too talkative, over smart, brat, or even naughty. Every time I was energetic or outspoken, I got corrected or teased. Over the time, I started shrinking myself. I became more quieter, became more careful with my words, and slowly I turned into an introvert. During my teenage years, if you ask my childhood friends about me, they will talk about an entirely different version of me. Looking back now, my heart feels a little heavy. That confident kid I used to be slowly disappeared and I became someone who was scared to take up space. It happened so quietly and I didn't even notice until I was already living as a different version of myself. I believe many of you understand this feeling too. Even now, when I look at my extrovert, confident, cool, outgoing friends, I sometimes catch myself thinking, wow, I wish I had even half of that natural confidence. The way one can speak up so easily, express what they want, and handle situations without overthinking. It makes me realize how different things could have been for me if I hadn't learned to shrink myself. Not that I want to become someone else completely. I just wish I could bring back a little more of that fearless, outgoing energy I once had. I lost a big part of that natural confidence. I became more dependent on my parents and found it harder to navigate things on my own. Even now, there are moments where I still feel scared to speak up or put myself out there, all because I learned that being expressive could get me in trouble or make people uncomfortable. Looking back, I don't blame anyone. They probably thought they were guiding me, but I have come to realize how much those labels affected me. So today I want to gently say this out to everyone. If you have a child or you know a child who is confident, outgoing, and full of energy, please don't dim their light. You can guide them, set boundaries, and help them speak kindly, but try not to label them as too much. A little encouragement goes so much further than constant correction. I have become on the receiving end, and it really shapes how safe a child feels being themselves. Now, as an adult, I find myself wishing I could bring back some of that bold, positive, extroverted, kick-ass energy I had as a kid. Not the loud or rude kind, just the warm, confident version that connected easily with everyone and that grabbed opportunities without overthinking. I know not all introverts lack confidence. There are many introverts who are actually very confident, but they just prefer not to open up all the time or be in the spotlight. But for me, my MBTI is strongly an I. It's not that I'm not confident at all, but my energy gets drained quickly in big social settings. And I tend to overthink before speaking. That's why I sometimes daydream about that. I quietly turning into an E. I am one of the rarest MBTI types and I love the beauty of it, but it's equally draining to be one. Of course, with my closest people, I can be quite outgoing and I share a lot, talk a lot, I open up easily and talk freely when I feel truly safe. But that's different from being able to carry that same energy into new situations with new people or in bigger groups. It's like I have that extroverted side inside me. It only comes out when I feel completely comfortable. For instance, take my work life. In my work life, this introversion really shows up. Most of the jobs I'm capable of doing and qualified for requires me to speak up confidently, communicate with new people every day, and sometimes present or lead in front of groups. Even though I can do these things, they drain my energy so much faster than they probably should. That constant need to be on and outgoing at work makes me realize how badly I want to grow my extroverted side. I genuinely want this change to work, not to become a completely different person, but to feel more comfortable and energetic in the roles I love. The pros of being introverted now: I am comfortable with my own company, I listen deeply, and I think things through. But the cons? I know I have missed so many chances to speak up, connect, to grow, simply because fear shows up first. Honestly, I really like being an introvert or in many ways. I can understand things so deeply, I can read the room well, and I can enjoy my own company without feeling lonely. These are gifts I truly cherish. But along with that, I also carry this quiet regret for all the choices I didn't make, the opportunities I let pass, and the times I wasn't confident enough to speak up or go after what I wanted or say what I wanted to say. So here's the take. I always wonder if I can turn into an extrovert in this time of my life and learn to become more outgoing and confident again. I do believe the answer is yes, gently and patiently. I have also started trying small things, saying hi first, staying a little longer in conversations, expressing my thoughts even when it feels scary. It's not easy, but every small step feels like I'm reclaiming a piece of that confident kid I used to be. Because at the end of the day, I've come to believe that audacity is always better than potential. Having the courage to try and speak up matters more than just quietly holding all that untapped possibility inside. So tell me, were you extroverted as a child and then became quieter? Or have you managed to become more outgoing as an adult? If yes, what has helped you? I would love to hear your stories in the comments. If you are watching this and you relate and feeling the same quiet longing, you are not alone. We don't have to stay stuck. We can grow gently in the direction we want. Thank you for listening today. I hope you guys can break the wall and become the true, confident, and kind self that you wish to become. I do not blame anyone, but I hope that we can bring the changes that we want. I hope that in the future, none of the children have to change themselves. So please, everyone, from someone who turned into an introvert, from a confident extrovert kid, I humbly request you guys to not repeat the same mistakes that the adults around me did. See you in the next one.